right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call the February 20th, 2017 Crest City Council meeting to order. If everyone would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Vicki.
Ray Solomon.
Here.
Glenn Conklin.
Present.
Scott Dyke.
Here.
John Burchett.
Here.
Barbara Scolaire.
Here.
Claudia Gazal.
Here.
Tina Oberlin.
Present.
Candy Theringer.
Present.
Charlie Convery. Tom Inman.
Yes. Okay, you have before you the minutes of the February 6, 2017 Crest City Council meeting. Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Scolaire, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the motion? Roll call, please, Vicki.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Burchett.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Candy Theringer.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Here. Yes.
Charlie Convery. I'm sorry, I threw you off. Charlie Convery.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Barbara Scolaire.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, we do not have a business promotion this evening, so we will continue with the agenda. First is our city administrator, Heather McGuire. Good evening, Heather.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have no agenda items I will be seeking approval on this evening. The informational report is in your packet, and for the public's information, we will be having a work session next Monday with the current topic to be our second budget work session regarding our department operational budgets and 5-year plans. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Any questions of city administrator? Thank you, Heather. Moving on to our Public Works Department, our Director of Public Works, Tony Terez. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. I don't have any agenda items this evening requiring approval. I do have a couple items on your packet there, just as informational. Also, just found out today that weather permitting, we would be hopefully doing a grouting of a manhole. I will forward those times and dates to you. We're looking at hopefully early next week. And if anyone's interested, we can meet on site and you can see the process if you'd like to.
That would be great.
Okay, any questions of Tony? Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
Moving on, Community Development Department. Scott McMaster is excused for this evening's meeting. His report is attached in your packet. And if you have any questions, he will be back tomorrow. Police Department. Our Police Chief, Ed Clark. Good evening, Ed.
Evening, Mayor and Council. I do not have any agenda items this evening. The reports are on file, and I'd be willing to entertain any questions.
Any questions of the Police Chief?
Yeah, I guess a lot of residents are concerned, like there's a lot of Facebook talk, I guess, I don't have Facebook, but there's concerns of being informed about what's going on, like, you know, someone starts talking, oh, there was a garage broken into, or this or that. Is there any way, you know, that we could have something to better inform the residents, or what we could use, or?
Yeah, we
I don't know if
currently we use the smart messaging more than anything. I am familiar with that thread that you're talking about, and I did look into it. There was one garage that had a window broken. Nothing was taken in that instance, so there was no rash of burglaries. It was a single incident.
I'm saying, is there any way we could maybe better inform residents so it doesn't get into this, you know, maybe some kind of informational page, you know, like you might put on with the city website or something, or?
It's definitely something I can discuss with the city administrator.
All right,
Absolutely.
all right, thanks.
Any other questions?
Maybe it would be a good idea too that these people have the smart message.
I don't know if everyone has Smart Message or, you know, any of the other stuff, Nixle
Yeah.
or any of that stuff, so.
Nixle is no longer. The smart
Okay.
messaging is our emergency alert system, which the homeowners need to sign up themselves. It only takes about 5 minutes to sign up, and then any message for that area would be included in them.
In order to get the message read, you gotta have a computer, right?
No.
No,
No,
you can
you're
use
on
your
your
phone.
phone.
They can come on your phone.
Oh, okay.
They come on your landline, on your cell phone. It could, you have many options that you can choose. They would
Okay.
have to find somebody that has a computer or go to the library in order to sign up, because you have to do it online though.
I've been an advocate for years. You can have a non-comment Facebook page that a lot of cities have them, a lot of cities that they use for public service, for street closures, for, a lot of the police departments have non-comment Facebook pages that they can put information on there for residents. And a lot of residents have Facebook. And I truly believe, and I've been an advocate for this since day one, to look into it. I know there's some concern over allowing comments. There are cities that have Facebook pages that allow comments, but I've also seen a non-comment where it's used more for public service. The police department, the Public Works Department, and the city itself will have Facebook pages. And I would like to see us entertain that idea. If you truly want to move forward and be able to correspond with residents, get information out to our residents, I think that's an avenue we truly need to explore. Because as Scott said, you know, a lot of things get talked about on Facebook. Any of us up here that have Facebook know that. And I have forwarded several things to Heather and Ed that I saw on Facebook of residents complaining about something and asked them to look into it. So it can be a non-comment to where we just put, Ed can go in or his designate and put something on there, the street's closed due to an accident. Tony can go in or his designate. Heather can, you know, and just put it as a public service, so.
Aslan doesn't have comment because we used to have Facebook in the past and it turned into disaster with people attacking one of our economic development.
Right, that's why I said it can be non-comment.
As long as there's no comments, I can go for that because like you said,
In
a
fact,
lot
I
of
think
people
Ron's
like
got-
social media.
I think Ron's got one set up that we were playing with a couple of years ago, and he's very knowledgeable in that he could have it go live at any time, because we were experimenting with a couple of different things at the time. Now, no comment. It would just be a public service page for the city of Crest Hill or for the police department or public works.
I know that's a discussion we've had in the past, so we can certainly revisit that discussion again at a work session and talk about the pros and cons to that, because beyond just the comments, I mean, there's some just issues with maintaining it, having a dedicated staff member. So just aside from the FOIA issues and Open Meetings Act issues, there's some things that we can definitely talk through, but I can put it on an upcoming work session if council's interested in revisiting that
I say,
idea.
other cities and police departments don't seem to have a problem with it. We seem to be one of the few that has a problem with it, for whatever reason. And I think we're doing our residents a great disservice by not having it. And I think some of it comes from the fact that people just don't understand Facebook and how it can be used to our benefit. So, thank you.
Anything else, Ed?
I have
Okay.
nothing else.
All right, thank you. Moving on, Mayor's report. You have in your packet, and we discussed this last week at the work session, for a donation to Cheney Manji Foundation Incorporated in support of their 100th anniversary, and they are going to be having a reunion picnic at St. Joe's Park on June 4th, 2017. So motion would be in order for a donation.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Overland, seconded by Alderman Dyke for the amount of, to the motioner,
100.
for $100. Questions or comments in regards to the motion? Roll call, please.
Charlie Convery?
Yes.
Tom Inman?
Yes.
Candy Theringer?
Yes.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Barbara Scoler?
Yes.
John Verche?
Yes.
Scott Dyke?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, I have no other agenda items. I'd be glad to answer any questions if anybody has any. Moving on to the city clerk's report, our city clerk, Vicki Hackney.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have no agenda items or any questions of the clerk's office. I'd be happy to answer.
Any questions of the city clerk? Thank you, Vicki.
Thank you.
Treasurer's report, Glenn Conklin. Good evening, Glenn.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'd like to report the regular and overtime payroll from January 23rd, 2017 through February 5th of 2017 in the amount of $189,854.22. We had a regular and overtime payroll amounting to $873.34. And I seek approval on our list of bills, which totals $366,108.98.
Motion will be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Convery, seconded by Alderwoman Overland. Questions or comments in regards to the motion for the list of bills? Roll call, please, Vicki.
Barbara Scoler?
Yes.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Scott Dyke?
Yes.
John Verche?
Yes.
Candy Theringer?
Yes.
Tom Inman?
Yes.
Charlie Convery?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. I'll entertain any questions.
Any questions of city treasurer?
Thank you, good evening.
Thanks, Glenn. Moving on to unfinished business. We have nothing on the agenda. Anybody for unfinished business? New business, anybody? Committee liaison reports, anybody?
I have an update on the 75th anniversary of Ladis. I got word from the consulate that they are going to have it on the actual day, which is Saturday, June 10th. They're shooting for the same time of day, but they say the program will be a little longer this year due to the fact that it's 75th, and the other details will follow, so look forward to that.
Do we have a time yet? No.
11. Didn't I
11.
say that?
No.
Oh, I said they're shooting for 11 o'clock.
Shooting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I thought maybe I just said it in my head.
Anybody else, committee liaisons? I have one for the Veterans and Police Memorial Committee. There will be a meeting on Tuesday, February 28th at 1:00 p.m. here in the City Council chambers to begin our conversations in regards to the 2017 Memorial Day program. So that is strictly a volunteer group. So if anybody would like to volunteer, you can join us on Tuesday, February 28th, 1:00 here in the City Council chambers. Moving on, council comments. Who would like to go first? This is positive city council comments. Anything you'd like to share with the residents? Ward 3, Alderwoman Oberlin.
Well, I would like to thank all the residents that I've seen out there because we had such nice weather in February. Out there tidying up their yards and cleaning up leaves and debris, like a little band of merry elves all over the ward. And it's nice to see that they take such pride in their homes and their neighborhood, and I want to thank them all for that.
Alderwoman Thuringer.
Well, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Ed and Heather. As I stated, I see a lot of complaints on Facebook, and I forwarded them. There was a business in Crest Hill that was having a hard time trying to get somebody to fix a pole which was dangling and was actually a danger to residents. Comcast wasn't taking responsibility for it, AT&T. Nobody would take responsibility for this pole that was just blowing in the wind with some wires hanging from it. And the business owner was complaining about, it'd been like 5 months, and she was trying to get somebody out there to correct it before somebody got hurt or killed. And I forwarded on to Ed and to Heather, knowing they had some contacts to maybe rattle some cages. And I think the last thing I saw is it's been fixed, it's taken care of. So I want to publicly thank you. I know it wasn't a city issue, it wasn't a city problem, but if we can help our business owners and create a positive business relationship like that, because you know the people to contact to get that situation rectified, and it was. So I appreciate the effort you put into it, even though it wasn't a city problem. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and I do want to say that Tony Torres, along with his staff, Greg Cook and Mark Seifert, also jumped on that, everyone reaching out to anyone that would listen
Thank you,
to
Tony.
get them out there.
To you and your staff too, I appreciate helping the business owner that way. Thank you.
Anytime, thank you.
Ward 4, Alderman Convery.
Well, a comment was made, residents out there working in their yards, so I want to wish everybody a happy fake spring. Because before you know it, we're going to get more snow.
Saturday, they say.
Yeah.
No.
Next thing you're going to see is the trees start to bud and the flowers pop up.
Alderman Niven.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to thank the weatherman myself. I believe tomorrow will be teeing off. I can't remember in my lifetime the last time I teed off in February around here. So, looking forward to that, and hopefully, in the long run, all this warm weather isn't going to do us a lot of damage. We know, I was talking to Heather about it earlier, you know, we're soaking it up now, but we're gonna get some freeze, and we don't wanna see those buds get zapped and so on and so forth, so.
Mention the lakes.
Yeah, our lakes, at Caroline Lakes, have started to turn over. And what happens there is in the springtime, your warm water is down below, and all your cold weather's up on top from the ice and everything you have. And your lakes then turn over, and all that decaying organic matter starts to leave your lake. And my friend and I were out there working on the lakes this past week, and our screens were clogged up from this matter, so the lakes have actually, and that is usually in April. So it's incredible to see that now.
So the groundhog could be wrong?
The groundhog, I don't put a lot of faith in him. But, yeah, he could be on this one, I don't know. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, Ward 1, Alderman Dyke.
Nothing at this time, Mayor.
Alderman Verche.
Nothing at this time.
Ward 2, Alderwoman Sclair.
Nothing at this time.
Alderwoman Gazal.
I will say something for this side of the,
Go for it.
well, since everyone's talking about the weather, my biggest concern is people drive like crazy. The kids are out there playing on their bikes, balls. I mean, I came home yesterday and it was a madhouse. There's people with dirt bikes, which you're not supposed to be on unincorporated, or private property. Please be cautious with the kids playing out there and those people that keep not stopping on the stop sign. You know, we're gonna get you sooner or later because I'm out there with my phone. So please drive safely.
Okay, public comment. Anybody who'd like to address city council need to come to the podium, state your name for the record. Your address is optional. Seeing none, let the record show that no one for public comment. To our city administrator, is there a need for executive session, Heather?
Yes, there is, Mayor, under 2C1 for personnel.
Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderman Inman for an executive session. Roll call, please, Vicki.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Candy Theringer.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Charlie Convery.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, we'll be going into executive session at 7:18 PM. Okay, so.